Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to 7-Star Tarot. This is a reading for collective Aquarius spirit. From the mid to the end of May, after the lunar eclipse, which was fun, wasn't it? I'm speaking to my compassionate, intellectual, and unusual, trend-setting and sociable humanitarians, bearers of the waters of the collective, Aquarius. So we had some cards come out in the pre-shuffle. I'm using the steampunk deck for this. They're all reversed. First of all, we had the Eight of Cups. So I like this deck, it's quite cool. This girl is sort of like, if my camera will focus, she's like created this machine, the Eight of Cups. And the machine is like the Eight of Cups, and she's really not happy with it. She's not, my camera won't focus, I don't know why. She's not happy with this machine, but she's put so much effort and time into it. At the top of the card, there's all of these formula and this mathematical stuff, and it's sort of like it just doesn't work the way she wanted it to work. So she's sort of like turned her back with this look on her face like, ugh. Oh, so much effort I've put into this thing, and it just isn't right. So maybe there's been this, a lot of effort put into something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a aspect of your life. Maybe you feel like that about your life as a whole. She's obviously thrown her life into this machine for quite some time now, and it's not really yielded results. So she's walking away from it. So in reverse, we're sort of like, it's the same concept, but there may be a sense of like a resulting kind of lack of purposelessness after having walked away from such a big investment of emotions. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Will you focus if you're far away? Yeah, you will. Just doesn't like it close up, does it? So the Hierophant is children being taught by an old man. So it's learning from tradition. Can mean conformity. Can be marriage, relationship. Maybe a relationship kind of under the more traditional sense of such a thing. So in the reverse, it could be an ending of a relationship, or it can simply be like a classic kind of Aquarian concept of non-conformity, not following the rules, the instructions, the standard way of doing things. The children here are learning from the man, but because it's reversed, we would have the children just kind of like seeking their own truth rather than having to sit and learn a kind of set of rote practices. So yes, maybe this is about following a path which is only the benefits of which are dictated by yourself, not by anyone else. It's basically like, not listening to anybody else. Your path, your life is your path to follow, isn't it? And so, but after the Eight of Cups, it could mean, that a certain sense of aimlessness has resulted from an investment in possibly a more traditional sort of way of doing things, or maybe you've tried to do things in a traditional way. Maybe you've had a relationship which has been fairly traditional in some sense. Maybe that hasn't worked, and now you're realizing the value of seeking your own counsel or finding your own way of doing things. So we have the Devil. The Devil is in the reverse. I like this Devil card because the guy in it has just made this sort of monstrous machinery. Again, it's about someone who's put their life force and their energy into creating something. And it's too much effort and energy it's so much effort and energy to keep it going. And all it's doing is detracting from it. You see how it's kind of like breathing steam and smoke and fire, and the monster is looking kind of fairly evilly upon these two people who are, he's got a big spanner, so he's trying to fix it, a situation which is constantly demanding your attention, constantly requiring to be fixed. And the woman helping him is shoveling the coal into the furnace. So this is to do with something in your life which has taken an extraordinary amount of effort and energy. And maybe it's this relationship, maybe it's another area of your life. And in the reverse, it's saying that you're becoming free of it. You're not trapped by this thing anymore. There may be a sense of being defeated yourself after having defeated the devil, after having let go, walked away from something which was a huge investment and a challenge, and constantly, after realizing that constantly this situation was taking away from you, all it was doing was eating up your energy, putting you in a toxic space, and kind of, then basically like biting the hand that feeds it. And so you cut it off. But now there's a sense of being defeated because you've had to let go something which you've put so much investment in, With the relationship aspect, when you let go of a relationship, no matter how toxic it is, it feels bad. You feel like you've been defeated. You feel like you've lost, even though you're better off without it. But you are better off without it, Aquarius, believe. Whatever that thing is, whatever that relationship is. So we have the Star, which is our card, Aquarius. And, maybe you were wishing on a star. Maybe you wished on a star originally for this person or this thing to come into your life. And maybe it seemed like a dream come true at first, and then it turned into a nightmare. Maybe there's a sense of star-crossed lovers, because it's reversed. That no matter what you tried to do, this thing, this relationship, it wouldn't work. You couldn't get the person to work with you. Your emotions weren't being received. They weren't. You weren't able to express yourself, or the emotions didn't find a place to land. And so there's this sense of like a loss of hope. In upside down, the star is a lot of tears. So there's obviously been a lot of tears, potentially depression, sadness, loss, grief, feeling like you've lost everything, feeling like you don't know where to turn, feeling like there's no hope left in your existence if you can't have this one thing that you've put so much energy and effort into. But the star is telling us that there is hope. There is hope. There is always hope. Fear not, Aquarius. There is always hope. But also the star is about kind of like almost like an intellectual grief. Like, this should have worked. Why didn't this work? This is so frustrating that it should match up, and you're kind of like battling with yourself about why it didn't work. So in the challenge we have Temperance. Oh, and the Empress. Very, very nice. It's challenging to achieve balance after this kind of upset and this kind of depression, this kind of sadness, having to let go of something which you care about. It's difficult to regain your balance, to realize that you're the one who brought everything to the table in this relationship. You're the Empress. You were the balanced one here, which is why you put so much effort and investment into it, into the situation. So you have that balance within you. You have everything you need. You are incredibly abundant, and you create abundance wherever you go. But you may find it challenging to find those things at the moment. But you know you're abundant, Aquarius. You know you're the one that creates abundance in people's lives. That's what you do. So, and oh yeah, let me just show you these. So Temperance is the angel, balanced, very balanced angel. He's got these kind of two parts of himself, or his shadow and his dark side. His shadow and his light side. Maybe the two orbs, the dark moon and the sun. Balancing those two aspects of our personality. And oh, did you see that? Do you like a little magic trick there? The Ace of Swords popped up there in the middle. Okay, so new ideas, new inventions, I heard. New possibilities, new concepts, tapping into what exists inside your own mind. And look at how much this, it almost looks like a kind of spiral staircase going down into a vast storehouse of knowledge. I almost imagine that there's bookshelves all the way down. So tapping into the storehouse of knowledge that you have within in order to be able to create the abundance. And she's giving birth to the world here. So the world is born of your own mind when you are in a balanced state. So this may be a challenge for you, but I think this is where we're going. I'm not even going to pull for the outcome and the goal, because this is our outcome and our goal here. Balance, accessing one's own inner wisdom by closing one's eyes, going within, becoming centered, and starting to think about, what is it that we want to create in the world? What does the world that we want to birth look like? And so here we have the High Priestess. So you have been going within, you've been closing your eyes, wondering what's next, wondering what the hell all of this has been about, opening yourself up to higher wisdom. So 8 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so in the past, this comes to our lack of direction again after leaving this 8 of Cups situation. Have you had a lack of direction? Have you felt like you've had a lack of direction? Have you felt that it's been difficult to tap into your intuition? Have you felt that your intuition's maybe not been guiding you in the right way? But it has. But there may have been a sense of shooting before you've aimed. So I think this kind of encourages us to just go within, so that when we aim our wands, they're aimed in the right direction. This overall energy is telling us we're leaving something very significant behind, and we have to change our direction in order to do that. So yes. A change of direction born from balancing ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, and from making sure that we're taking the time to go within. So let's have a look at Aquarius. How are we feeling, Aquarius, in ourselves? What are we feeling like in ourselves? What do the angels have to tell us about our own self, our perceptions of ourselves, or maybe even our place in the world? We're searching for it. We're trying to figure it out. What is it? There's a few different options that it could be. Who are we? Where are we at? Where is our Aquarius at? Okay, only one. Live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And unconditional love. The bottom of the deck. So let's read this one. I mean, this is obviously about, tapping into the things that make you happy. Maybe this situation's been so difficult for so long, and you've thought that your happiness has been placed in that person or in that thing, that we have to make an effort to remind ourselves what makes us happy, Maybe we have to go within a bit. Take the time. There's no rush. Temperance does not rush. The temperance angel does not rush. But you do have angelic support at this time. Your guardian angel is encouraging you to follow your heart at this time. Do what makes your heart sing. Do what makes you smile. Do what makes you dance and rejoice. Living your joy is so important. It is truly your only purpose here. If you're wondering what you're supposed to do with your life, this card is showing you that you are to choose the pathway that is filled with joy and happiness. That's all. That is the key to inner peace. If you find yourself sad and drained at the moment, take some time to do what makes you feel alive. Whether it be a hobby or simply spending time with a loved one, you are being encouraged to do it now. Anything that makes you feel blessed, filled with energy and alive is your joy, and today is the day to live your joy. When you do this, you will draw positive and loving experiences into your life that will wash away the darkness. Thank you. That's a confirmation. And remember, the Hierophant in reverse is counseling us to seek our own inner wisdom, because we've been trying to seek our happiness outside of ourselves. As an Aquarian, we want the best for other people. We're always trying to give the best to other people. But, guess what, guys? We need to give the best to ourselves. Unconditional love. What does unconditional love have to say? So the prayer is, thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. And you do deserve love, Aquarius, because you've got so much to give. But it's time to stop giving it in the wrong places. You are blessed to receive the guidance and support of the Divine Mother at this time. Her nurturing and loving spirit fills your energy like a cup so that you can feel whole again. Together with her angels, she knows that at times you can feel unloved and find it difficult to share your love with others. She's here to help you see that it's just as blessed to give as to receive. You've given so much of yourself in life and love. Now it's time to receive. There you go. This is exactly what we're saying. You are never too old to be mothered, and the Divine Mother sends her blessings to you at this time, so that you can feel wrapped and secure in her love. You're being encouraged to love yourself and to see that you are deserving of love, so that the Divine Mother can work with your angels to bring healing and miracles into your life. You're a being of unconditional love. It's natural to love and be loved because it's who you are. And then it has a little bit on the Divine Mother, so I'm going to read that as well. Because we like to educate ourselves, don't we, Aquarians? The Divine Mother is the divine mothering energy that runs through every belief system in the world. In India, she is seen as Shakti and Parvati. In the East, she is seen as Kuan Yin, and in many other places, she is seen as Mary. Whatever you call this energy, she exists within us all. In this case, the Divine Mother is Mary, the Queen of the Angels. Whatever face or name you give her, she will be there for you in time of need. And it is so difficult and hard when you have to let go of something or someone that you love. Okay, we have patience and planning, and we have material harvest. Both came out in the reverse. Why are they in the reverse, I wonder, though? Because this is exactly what we need to do. We need to have patience in our planning. And when we have patience in our planning, we gain our material harvest. I guess in the reverse, there's a kind of, this is obviously quite an emotional reading. And it can be quite frustrating to sort of just focus on your material world, just be patient, just do your planning. You want your emotional fulfillment. You want to feel loved and supported. And so, yes, be aware of your tendency to flit. For your attention to wander, that it's fine. That's all part of the process. We have to become meditative, slow ourselves down, remind ourselves that with planning and patience, we will reap what we have sown, but it takes time. I hope this reading has given you some useful perspectives, Aquarius. And I hope you have a great day.